hopefully I'm live now and get to show a little bit about a little bit of the auto trader today and what I've been up to so far and how it's coming out of the gate here. Boy, look at that short trade right here. Goodness gracious. Had this one right here trails, so this one's sneaking up behind it 50 ticks, and I think I probably need to set it to about 55 ticks. Yesterday was about the same thing. This is usually the ATM strategy that I use, and it's about the same too, where it's just a little off. How's the audio now? Any better? Wow, rough start. All right, Bernard, thank you. Sorry about that. I slipped on a banana peel this morning. That's one of Rory's sayings.
Order submitted.
It was my turn to slip on the banana peel. For some reason, I think I had two issues going on, and Brock helped me. Thank you, Brock. Way to go. So yeah, we're back in the saddle. Kind of hope to show a little of the auto trader and what I'm up to today. Have some accounts here up and rolling, and trying to see if I can wiggle away a little bit of cash this morning. But man, restarted a couple times. I'm in the middle of a snowstorm here, but we'll get her under control here and start to zoom in and share a little bit of what's going on here. Wow.
Order submitted.
All right, good. So this is the
Order
version
filled.
of the haymaker here. We're trying to catch that signal A on a big steep dive. So, woo, doesn't look good for this one. Sooner or later, though, there will be a turnaround where she'll come back up. This one's a 50 tick trailing stop. So I've got this stop loss trailing behind price, 50 ticks. It's not quite enough. I had the last couple of trades there just get pinned out right at the very end, and just missed it. All right, Ben, welcome. Thanks for joining the AI Auto Trader journey. Had a banana peel that I slipped on this morning trying to figure out my mic, but I think we got it together. Brock actually helped me get it going. Thank you, Brock. We use this software called OBS. It's kind of like a video software that hooks into YouTube, and the darn thing caught my mic and changed it, so it was going off of like some different default settings, and
Order
wasn't
submitted.
working, so that one kind of threw me for a loop. But yeah, glad you joined us this morning. My strategies I've had off and on all morning, so not really going to show a really good example of the results for today. So it's kind of a rough sketch of what the results are. My other computer up here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like about 8 of them in the green right now. Down here, I've got 3. Just missed a few trades this morning. Restarting the computer, trying to get my darn mic working. The weird thing is I was just in a meeting. We have a team meeting every morning at 8:30. And I was literally on Skype with the entire team talking on the mic. So I just flipped over to YouTube in like 1 minute, and I guess my mic was still hooked up with Skype because they were still in their meeting. So anyway, we'll get our bearings here and get rolling. I'll kind of show you a little bit about the strategies and what we're working with today. Looks like the big winner so far on my machine is this ES 5-minute signal B. This thing actually closed on a profit target right here. Got this one closing at $1,000. So once it once it hits that $1,000, it's done for the day, done trading. Yeah, so the NQs,
Order
Signal B is
filled.
doing good. Right here we got the Signal B drone on my machine, and let me. There's gonna be a lot of disclaimers today. No, it's number 2 on that machine as well. So it's up about 600 on that one, about 300 on this one. The Signal A on this one. So looks like it's about down 1,000 right now. So that one's getting pounded. We again, I've been off and on and actually closed trades a few times here and there. Up here on this machine, this would be a better representation. Up here on this one, I got the 2-minute Signal A is down 300. The retirement plan's down 300. So the Signal A is not doing that well today so far.
Order filled.
Looks more like a Signal B day. Again, with that huge, these are huge trends here we're looking at. This is, let's see, let's get this thing straightened out till about around 8:30 when the action starts. Really big, long trend right there. Look at that thing. That thing is huge. Let's measure that guy.
Order submitted.
Wow, 382 tick drop there coming out of the gate. So yeah, that's a trend signal for sure. That's why the Signal B, is really leading the way today so far. When we see those really long trend lines, the Signal A gets tripped up into them. It tries to, look for the counter trend trade. It sees momentum shift, so it takes those trades, but then, momentum is too heavy in that one direction, and it just gets
Order
plowed
submitted.
over. It's kind of the way those work. So it's a little bit of a challenge getting the right one selected. What kind of day it's going to be, a Signal B trending day or potentially Signal A, ranging day.
Order filled. Order filled.
So this looks like Signal B got in again on a short entry, but have this
Order
one
filled.
breaking even $50. So it's at 405 for the day on this machine. It's up another 100 on that one, so it's about 500.
Order submitted.
So yeah,
Order submitted.
wanted to get a couple of accounts working today, but I couldn't get everything up and rolling right. So I have some here I want to share with you, kind of how I would get them going and what I would potentially put them on, and maybe why, because a few people ask, how you, what do you do? Why'd you decide to do that one or whatever? Yeah, I always say whatever one's doing the best, that's the one I trade. But I discretionary trade. I have other software that I own that I trade. So there's all kinds of stuff that I do. I don't do just one thing. I do all kinds of stuff, and don't have like a certain strategy that I stick to. It's more random. So I don't have like a playbook that you could say,
Order
what's
filled.
your playbook? I have one that's just tries to scramble to make as much money as I can. Man, the other day I had a heck of a day. Pulled off 14 grand. I got 7 accounts passed. But those days are rare.
Order submitted.
And I got some PA accounts here that I got to work with, and like to try to get some more to payday. I've got a couple so far. I got a few here that I can kind of work with today. So uh, just kind of show you the R Trader. Let me see the R
Order
Trader
submitted.
Pro screen there. So this one here, I've got almost $6,000 in it. So that one we can do a withdrawal every 2 weeks and get $1,000 out of it. So that one's good for about 6 weeks of payment. And the idea is to get a few more in that range and start having like a weekly paycheck from Apex. A lot of people are doing it, so it's a thing to get the weekly paycheck from Apex, and you can do it too. It's just a process of trying to figure out which robot to play, which robot to place on your accounts, and hope that everything's on our side. So that's kind of the way I've been approaching it so far, is figuring out which one looks the best. And then I've been doing this for about a year, so I know how to add other little pieces to the program or whatever, and try to do whatever I can to get them to make money. So I typically use them just like I send them to you guys, and you guys can use them too the same way.
Order
They're set
filled.
up just like the settings in the spreadsheet. So if I'd open up any of them that I use, they would be set up basically the same way. If I do deviate, I'll share them back with you. Typically on Fridays, my team, we get together and do our analysis of the strategies, and then depending on what optimizations we make, we mark them up in the spreadsheet, and then share that back in Discord for you. So something that I've been testing over the last couple of weeks is trailing. So trailing appears to be a better, more profitable strategy. So we're going to probably add some trailing
filled.
to the strategies this weekend. So
Order
today's the day.
filled.
Today's Friday. We'll get together this afternoon and look at the data. We have about probably 4, 5, 6 machines that we look at, all the data on, and try to come up with a
Order
natural
filled.
fit to optimize them. So
Order
we'll be doing
submitted.
that this afternoon.
Order
Got
filled.
this pretty good trade here. I have this one. This one's the CL. Running a CL trade
Order
here.
filled.
This one's the CL black gold. I need to. I was going to do this earlier. I needed to change the background. This one's actually the black gold strategy. Beautiful image too. This one's the CL black gold strategy. I've got it running on an Apex account here, trying to get one
Order
closer to
filled.
qualified today. These are the $100,000 static drawdowns accounts is what I use. It you have to get $2,000 in profit to get them flipped over to a PA. And then once you have them as a PA, you have to get them up to 2,600 to get paid. So, like I showed earlier, I have this one at 6,000 almost. So you can ask for a payday for 6 weeks is the way it works. Once you get to 2,600, you can ask for $1,000 every 2 weeks.
Order submitted.
In each one of them that you get. So the idea is to let that one simmer now. You have to trade it. You have to trade them for 10 consecutive days. Not consecutive, 10 days before you can ask for your payouts. So it's kind of important that you make trades on a regular basis. And then there's a 30% consistency rule. Haven't had any problems with them in the past, but I think they just want you to keep it, similar sizes of trades and, somewhat similar results. Again, I've had them where I maybe make 1,500 in a day, maybe lose maybe 1,000 on a PA before, and I've gotten paid. So, I guess they want you to keep in some sort of window, and I don't think they do a very good job of explaining that window either. So, I think it's kind of one of their red flags if they need to throw it. So yeah, we've got this the CL trade on right here. This
Order
is,
submitted.
I'm gonna have to look at this one. It looks like I have this one. Let's see. Yeah, so this one's just up $30. So it's I think we took one loser already on it this morning, but if we stay in this trade, we might be able to make a little bit of money there. So far for me on this machine, the CS 5-minute really really rolled up a big one this morning. Let's look at this trade. I know what happened. Okay, so when I actually have this one stopping at $500, we've got some improvements that we're making on the software. So let me show you what those are and kind of walk through. Ben, I know you joined us yesterday. We've been working on a few improvements behind the scenes. So in Discord, we have a channel in there that I'm going to open it and bring it over. A channel in here that that you guys can put your ideas in, and then we use those ideas to develop new features. So it's called Improvements and Ideas channel. If you have an idea on how to
Order
improve
submitted.
the software, drop it into the Discord here in this channel, and we'll take a look at it and put it on our list, and then code it if it's something that looks like we have a lot of effort and benefit. Someone here, Ron, I believe it was, asked for some time windows. Give us some windows that we wake up the robots and then put them to bed at different
Order
times of
filled.
the day, in the 24-hour day period. So we've coded that. I have that on my computer. This computer here is we call it the R&D machine. It's the machine that we use to put the code on and test out, and I use it on my live account to make sure that everything functions properly, and if we have bugs, then I take a hit, and me and Sergio get back together and try to figure out what it might be to get them solved. So I've got all the new features on this computer here. I can go
Order
over
filled.
them with you, what they are, but that's sort of one, I'll call it a big one that you guys have wanted for a little while. And let me open up the Discord again. I dropped it in the general chat, the new improvements that will be coming out. And again, they're all on this machine.
Order
That's why
filled.
I'm sort of bringing it up right now. But we've locked in the bot and the drone. What we noticed before
Order
is that
submitted.
because the bot has usually smaller stops and targets, it goes out quicker. Maybe if it hits profit target or if it hits its stop loss quicker, it goes out quicker. Well, then there's usually another entry signal
Order
within
filled.
that trade that the drone is still in because it's wider, so it's still alive longer. So we've now locked them in.
Order
so that
filled.
the bot
Order
won't
filled.
take another trade until the drone takes another trade. So really the drone is basically, giving the entry to the bot. So they
Order
don't get out of
filled.
sequence anymore. The next one, we've added back the daily profit and loss limit for the drones, so that once they hit, their daily profit or loss, whatever's programmed in the settings, they go out. They stop trading for the day. We're seeing way too many big swings. I mean, we're seeing some, $3,000 win days, $3,000 lose days, and it's just hard to get a good gauge on, performance in those time windows. So we're gonna put some limits on those, and so they go in and out. We've added this maximum time lag filter, and this one might be a good one for some people who have machines or data that's a little slower. This will filter out the trades that were too far behind. So that's a setting that we added into your software. The next one is the AI model size. So when we worked with this development lab, we weren't exactly sure how many trades to use for the AI modeling. And so we were using 10, trying to get it to adjust quicker. But we made that number now flexible, so you can type it in, whatever number you want. So the longer what we've done is we've kind of put a process. Sergio did a program that,
Order filled. Order
looked
submitted.
at like 100 trades, and it looks like that the numbers for the AI model start to, I'll call it, settle down, where they don't change a lot, is after about 50 trades. So kind of after 50 trades, it really takes away the flexibility. The bot kind of has, stops and targets that don't move around a lot. So those are kind of two numbers in my head that, 10 allows the bot to move quite a bit, and then 50, it's pretty static for stops and targets. But we made the number flexible. Maybe we want to, lower that even lower, maybe 5 trades, and where it's really quickly adjusting. So that's now a new flexible feature for you. Then we've, again, I just mentioned this one, added the second and third trading hour times. So I'll show those in a minute. And then probably maybe the favorite one, and hopefully we get to see it to work today, is we've added this profit target window. So if we've got our stop, I'll take our profit target set at 200 ticks for the NQ drones, which we have them set for 200 ticks today. If you have the window set for 10 ticks, that means if it gets to 190 ticks, you're sealed in. So it'll come out of the 10 more ticks, and then take you out of the trade. So the number that we put into this profit target window, it's like a latch. It hits that tick number away from your profit target that you put it at. And then as you come down, if you come down that exact same number, so if you put 20 in, it'll go 20 ticks away from your profit target. It'll latch it in, and then it'll allow it to drift away 20 ticks before it takes you out with your stop loss. So you can kind of use that window, we're thinking, to, maybe you set it at 40 ticks, and now at 40 ticks it clicks in. It can, ride up anywhere, 40 ticks. It can go all the way down to 80 ticks before it takes us out of the trade. So kind of excited to see that one. Really, today's probably my first day to really trade it. We've done quite a few, sim and other things, and I've had it on a live account, but haven't really had it take that position where it didn't make the trade
Order
once
filled.
it got in the window
filled.
there. So those are kind of the new features
Order filled.
that I can kind of show one by one maybe here. Looks like we still got a nice CL trade going on there. So if we go to new strategy, inside here we can kind of hit these items quickly. So the the ones that are most, interesting are the start and end times. To get a second one, you just click
Order
the little
submitted.
box there, add a second hour, and then we even have a third one. So if you wanted to put three different start and stop times in now for a robot, you can do that. You will be able to do
Order
that.
filled.
And then, the lag filter, this is the maximum time lag. I've had mine set at 1. I haven't had any issues, but I have heard issues, though. I've heard that, some people have some real lag times that are, seconds. I've heard 5, 10 seconds even. So
Order
you'll want
filled.
to kind of work with this number to what makes sense. I don't know what makes sense right now. I have no idea. So 1 is what I've been using, and it's been working. So we'll keep sharing information about this one until we find out what the right number is, if there is one. And go down here. Right here is the profit target window. So, like I said, how many ever ticks you put in here is your lock for your window. So those are the new features coming. So let's get our bearings again, see what's happening out here. So we've got, let's go see the leaderboard. Again, I've been off and on a few times today. Had to try to figure out my audio for an hour. Thanks again, Brock, for getting me going here. He's good with the computers. So yeah, we've still got this CL trade on over here, and looks like we're running about 202 something. We've got the signal beat. The drone is up 405 here on this PC, and then I've got the ES 5-minute signal beat. So it looks like ES, NQ, and a CL.
Order submitted.
Kind of doing good for me this morning.
Order filled.
The GC signal B. This drone right here. Let's go ahead and put this one on an account. This one's been making some serious cash. I'll show you the trade performance of that strategy in a little bit. Man, that thing is crushing it. So I like to just double click on account name, and then it kind of rises up to the top. It does alphabetical, so Apex comes in first. These are the evals though. So when you trade a PA, it gets more complicated because then it's, the P is down further in the alphabet. So I don't know any trick yet for a PA account to get it to the top. If anybody else does, let me know. But when I'm trading it on a bot, it always, it's always down in the middle of the strategies tab. But when you trade an eval, they always filter to the top,
Order
which
submitted.
is nice. Rue, hey, how gold or CL did you trade today? Rue's from India. Man, this guy, he can trade like a Mac Daddy. Okay, I was reading the comment here.
Order filled.
Ben, so your goal's between about 10 and 20 points
Order filled.
on the NQ. Okay, so that's, that's
Order
80,
submitted.
80 ticks. 40 to 80 ticks. Okay. Per day. That's I was watching a YouTube video, and another guy who's trading, he has that same goal. And
Order filled.
He's running 20 accounts. And I watched, and he was only making, 300-400 a day. And if you can do that for a few days, you can turn these into payday quick. So I haven't set those kind of goals for myself, but it sounds fun. Rue, what's your goal every day? How about Bernard? Everybody put your goal in for the day. I love to hear that. I like to hear different people's ideas on goals and stuff. Because, you know, if we get enough people that are always, you know, trying to do 10 to 20 points a day, then we can start to build, you know, and rally around, you know, a strategy that can somehow, you know, get us only 80, let's see, 20, yeah, 2 times 4 is 80 ticks a day. That seems like a piece of cake. Seems like it, but, you know, until you set that as your goal and put a, you know, a process in place, it's just an idea. But let's set that as a challenge so far. 80 ticks a day. To do the 80 tick challenge.
Order submitted.
I want to put the gold signal B to work here on a Apex account real quick.
Order
So to
filled.
do that, there's a couple of different ways.
Order
you know,
filled.
I do it a
Order
little different way
submitted.
than you guys will probably
Order
do
filled.
it. We have them all set up for you, so you don't have to do it this way. But for me, I like to keep the data, and so I create a new strategy for you guys. You could just change these strategies that we have. You can change the account in them. Just right-click on them, edit them, scroll down to the account, change it from the sim account to your live account, your Apex account, whatever it might be, and then hit OK. But because I want to keep those all down here collecting data so that we can, you know, optimize them and do all that stuff, I create a new one. So I do a new strategy. And I go get the template. So I go to it, grab this, let me move this around. I go down here and I load. Yeah, you guys can see it. So
Order
I load
submitted.
a
Order
template
filled.
here. So I want to load the GC signal B. This thing has been making a ton of money. It passed me quite a few accounts the other day. On Newsday, this thing was ringing like a cash register. It was just ding, ding, ding. Oh, it's already done for the day. Darn it. It's out. What I mean by that is the start time and end time. It ended at 11 o'clock. It went back to sleep. This is a good way to show, you know, this new thing we have though. So let's say you like this window here, 5 to 11, and you want to add a second window, let's say from, you know, 2 to 4 this afternoon. You can do that now. But we're not going to put this one to work now. It's not. It's prime time. Looks like we got a good trade here on this drone. And we're in this trade too here. I always like to show these, so I just like to show, you know, because it just kind of proves it in my mind, the you know, that when we show a sim number, sim profit, or whatever you want to call it, that you can pretty much closely count on it being, you know, similar to what your live account would do. So let me find these two. So these are running the exact same strategy right here. You can see one is in sim, one is on a, you know, an Apex account. So I've got this. Get my head straight here. So this one's a. We'll open this one with the Apex account. I gotta hurry here. A lot of these trades go quick. So I've got this account here. So. Okay, this one isn't showing out right. It's what number is this one?
Order submitted.
Let me get this one brought up here. This one's the NQ30 range signal A. having a little bit of a challenge here. I see the, let me look over here. 439. Okay, we're down here with this one. This one's the good trade that's going on the Apex account. Guess I was getting confused over there. So, boom, we're in a nice beauty here on this this CL. We took this entry back here. Get this one over. Took the entry right here. Let's try to open up another CL and show the other entry. So this one's number 439. What we can do to duplicate this is we can go down here, duplicate in new window. So it basically brings open another another strategy. And so now I've got two, and now I can open up black gold. And so now this is the SIM account over here, and this is the Apex account. And we took this entry over here. It's hard to read. Oh man, let me see. I'll get this entry where we can read it, hopefully. There we go. All right, so we can read the entry here. We can read the entry here. So what I'm just trying to show is that, you know, when you set an account up, you know, whether it be a PA, a live account, or an eval account, that our robots will typically take the trade at about the same tick. Over here, this one's a SIM account. We just call it the black gold strategy. And that's what I have running here, the same exact strategy, but this one's on a, you know, an eval account. But what I'm showing right here is that it entered the SIM account at 87.46, and it entered the eval account at 87.46. So what we notice, you know, after doing this for a long time now, is that they mostly will buy at the exact same tick place, the same entry. But man, we've seen on the NQ sometimes where just the other day I was live and it was 2 points off, so it was 8 ticks off. But that's very rare.
Order filled.
You know, we see it, you know, usually exact.
Order submitted.
You know, especially a CL or a GC ES, usually identical always. The NQ that flies, you'll see some bigger differences is where I've seen, you know, the biggest differences. So this is this one's the CL trade. I'll show that little trick that Rory was showing us the other day. He has a neat trick that he taught me. You can right click on the stop and you can attach it to an indicator. And here the indicators are that I have programmed so far. So
order
this
submitted.
one is called the modified fast, but it's a 15 range EMA is what it is. So we'll just test out what Rory was teaching us the other day. Okay, I think we got it set up. Hey, Gills, good morning. Higher time frame charts for range versus trend structure to decide on whether to use A or B. You know, I'm not a great trader, so that's why I like to use the robot most of the time. But I typically, so I've got about 6 different screens, and I use different time frames. Like up here, I've got, and I like mostly trade the NQ. So I've got like I've got the NQ on a 10 range up here that I'm watching.
Order submitted.
I've got it on a 40 range up here that I'm watching, and I mostly trade the 30 range. So that's really, you know, when I'm not doing live, I'm trading the NQ 30 range haymaker most of the time, which is signal A. It's the momentum trade. That's what I did before I bought the company. So I used to momentum trade stocks all day, not all day, really from 9:30 to 11. The high flyers, I was just trading them on my phone. So that's what I really love. That's what I love to trade. So that's why I like the haymaker.
Order
That's my
filled.
go-to strategy that I trade. And these crosses that we put on the chart are super helpful for people like me who don't know exactly when momentum is shifting. We now put those crosses on the chart so you can see when momentum shifts.
Order filled.
It's a good thing for me to look at when I'm discretionary trading to see this this cross going down, but then I can look at market structure a little bit here and decide is that really potentially a
Order
good
filled.
entry with the way things are now starting to move with the 50 and the 15. So you kind of get a chance to look at it in a different way there. So yeah, today is the B day. Had some nice moves so far. It looks like it caught this. It got a first target right here on this one. It got the entry up here. It entered right up here and rolled on down. Hey David, good morning. London session, no. The good news is we just added a new feature in though that we can now add a couple of different time slots. So if London is alive at let's say I think it's around 2 in the morning, we can now add that programming into the robot to wake up at 2 in the morning and then trade for whatever, an hour or half hour, whatever it might be, and then go back to sleep until 9:30 or 8:30 whenever we wake it up again for the next shift. So we do have that in the software now. I'm testing it on this computer. I've got the source code here, and Sergio hooked me up yesterday and then again today. So we now have a couple of different sessions that you can program into the software. We also have a profit window that we put in that's pretty exciting that Rory was saying he got from some of you guys from YouTube here when he was doing a live broadcast, that you were mentioning that it would be nice to sort of seal in that profit. And so we've developed a parameter now that profit target window, so you can latch in your profit and not allow it to drift back away on you. The way we have it programmed is it's if you have let's say your profit target set at 200 ticks of profit, you set that window. I have the window on the NQs right now set at 40 ticks. So if it gets 40 ticks away from 200, so once it gets to 160 ticks, it latches in profit, and it can drift back 40 more ticks before it stop
Order
losses
submitted.
out. Or it can drift up to profit too. But it's kind of like a latch, pretty much a profit latch. So I've got that set up here on. I modified all 30
Order
robots
submitted.
that we've got. I added it to every one of them. So unlike the GC, I just did 10 ticks because our target is 90. But anyway, that's a number that we'll kind of have the flexibility now to mess with. Okay, this CL trade's really working out good for us here. Got this one working here. This one's number 439 right here. So running an eval account here, trying to get it closer to the flip it over to the PA. Got a few PAs here. I'll probably put those on a strategy a little bit later. I like to trade at about 3 o'clock too. That's usually a good window, especially on Friday. So this afternoon will be, for me, a pretty good time to watch the market and see where everybody's scurrying to before they head out for the weekend. It's usually a pretty good time. I've had some really good luck on Friday afternoons. Yeah, David, what I can show is, well, we haven't done it in a while. I should do that again. I used to set them up 24 hours a day, gathering data. I haven't done that in a while, so I really don't even have data on the London opening there with gold. So yeah, I'm probably missing a good chunk of opportunity because gold has been trading great in our session. We have them waking up here on this one at 5 in the morning, and they've been really crushing it. I'll show you one of the trade performance of that. My signal B. Let me get this set up over here.
Order filled.
Yeah, that signal B drone. I can't believe it. It looks like I'm lying here. This number is real. So from the April 1st to the 12th, so through today, I usually hit generate a couple times, and then I always click here to make sure that everything goes away. My computer is a little behind. I usually click there to make sure that it goes back to 0 to make sure I don't have another one accidentally clicked. But then you can slice this thing 100 different ways. But this is the analysis of the trade data. So since the first, it's accumulated 6,211 bucks. This is the daily totals. So its biggest drawdown, again at the end of the day, don't get this potentially misrepresented here. And I'll go into this day and we'll see how much potentially went down in that day. This is where it ended the day. All these numbers are where it ended the day at. So even in that $1,500 day that it made, it could have went negative that day. And let's go find out. So it took 10 trades that day, accumulated 1,593 bucks that day. But let's now go to the
order
trades.
submitted.
And when I go to trades here, we can kind of see. So yeah,
order submitted.
it got lucky right out of the gate, right at 523, its first trade that it entered. It made a winner. And what we've got this one, I've got this one at 6-1. So it can take 6 losses in a row before it needs to take 1 winner to break even. If it imbalances that 6-1, which it did big time right here, look at that. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades, it made 3 full winners. And don't forget that's a 6-1 ratio. So it made $2,700 and lost 600. So it was up $2,000 already. Well, yeah, I mean this does the number right here. So it does the accumulation, over here in this column also.
Order filled.
So
Order
overall
filled.
drawdown, it never, since it's been on running, it's never went negative. Unusual though. No, most strategies go in the hole. So this one though, obviously it's been since the first, been crushing it. So anyway, this is the trade performance. For each day, you can now go here and just say, okay, on the first, let's look at it. You know, had a great day on the
Order
first. It was
filled.
all, you know, came out
Order
of the gate
filled.
swinging, never went in the hole. Let's say, you know what, on the second I decided to trade, it was the first day I turned it on my Apex account. What would have happened? I would have busted it. You know, I would have busted my Apex account on the second day if it was the first day I ran it, because it took, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It took 5 losers in a row. So it was down 773. My $100,000 accounts, you can only go 625 in the hole. So it would have busted it. If I would have started the second day, it would have busted it. If I would have started the first day, it would have almost made the PA. It would have almost made the PA. In fact, let's look at that. Let's say, you know what, you said on the first, I want to
Order
run this
submitted.
strategy. So you came out of the
Order
gate
submitted.
swinging. You would have been, okay, you would have made it to profit. It would have made a PA right there. So 2,000 is the PA payment when it switches over, when you can flip it over. So, you know, you could have kept it on the signal B and made it to payday there. Flipped it over to a PA account. But again, this, you know, that's the way this works. When you turn them on, matters big time. But if you had a $50,000 account, it would have stayed alive the entire time. Would have stayed alive. I believe, I don't know all the rules. I think it's $1,500 drawdown. So you would have been alive, and you would have been probably getting paid on this one, I would guess, eventually. Let's look. Okay, so we're still battling up to the 5th. Let's just say you kept it on that account. I'll go out to the 10th now. So I'm still trying to get to the, on this one you guys are trying to get to 3,500, I believe. Boom, you got it right there. So a $50,000 account. I believe if it's $3,500 that you need to make, you would have made it on the 10th. So if you would have set this one up on the first on the second and traded it to the 10th, you'd have got paid. We'll go from the first. You know, let's say I had this Apex account. It's a $50,000 account. I think you have to get to $3,500 in profit. I could be wrong. It could be $2,500, but let's pretend it's $3,500. You would have put it going, and it would have made it to the goal by the 10th. So that's kind of how it works, and this one's been a really super hot strategy. So this one's on this machine. It's the lead dog since the first. Oh wow, we're really cruising on this sucker. $1,000 trade right here. Woo-wee, let's go, $1,000 trade. All right, didn't see this one coming. CL's kind of sneaky over here. Okay, out there, what you guys trading? Tell me if you got anything making any money today. Here we're trying to move some Apex accounts. Look at this thing go! Holy moly! 1,300 bucks! Oh my goodness! Might make payday on this thing. Wow! Look at this one go!
Order submitted. Order
It's the
filled.
black gold strategy.
Order filled.
Took this entry way back here. Took a couple of hits though. It was trying to get there. Finally the bottom fell out and it caught it. It caught it good. Big run up in oil. And now a little bit of a free fall. Should probably close this trade at $1,000 and not let it just drift
Order
away on
filled.
us. Woo! That was a beauty. All All right. Let's go CL. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Great job. Yeah, I noticed
Order
that.
submitted.
T-Day K-Town.
Order submitted.
Yeah, I saw that. So look what I bonehead up yesterday must be. I didn't have it set in here. I went through all these yesterday. I must have made a mistake. This one should be set at 90. Trail, yeah, this was all wrong. It's wrong. Should be trailing, no trail. Ah, that's what it was. Huh. I gotta open the spreadsheet. This is what I always have to do when I see these. Gotta open the spreadsheet, even though I make the spreadsheet. That's the way life is. I need a spreadsheet. Okay. Again, I have to do this too, just like everybody else. There's so many I don't know them, so I made a mistake again yesterday, and again this is the R&D machine, so I had to reset all these up yesterday, and I put these profit target windows in, and I must have switched that around a little bit. So I got to go back to the black gold and check my settings, especially down here. 15, 90, no trail, 25, 10, and now 10. So there will be, I gotta redo the spreadsheet too. But yeah, good catch there. I guess so now I go to, let me move this. Now for me, this one's the account. This one's my Apex. Hit OK. So that one's up
Order
and live
filled.
in the right place. This one I need to close.
Order submitted.
What a trade, though. Holy moly.
Order filled. Order filled.
Positions. I'll close that one out.
Order filled.
Wow, I'm glad I was trading that one. Darn. All these numbers matter a lot. So here's what I go to template, save, black gold. I had to save them all over yesterday because every time we make a change and we create new stuff in that background.
Order submitted. Order filled.
You have to save the strategy template again. So I save them on this machine, then Sergio grabs them off here and then puts them in the package for you. So glad we caught that. Okay. Whew. Get our footing back here again. Get those back up and rolling. Oh man, a little trick there. What we noticed is when you make an adjustment, the instrument might just reset to the last instrument that you were working with in the background. So I just noticed that as I brought it in, the instrument was not the CL, so I had to get that straightened out now. Whew. And it's not the 15 range. Wow.
Order filled.
Okay, screwing up here. I have one running here on the RTY, but looked like it was showing the other instrument here, so I always got to check these. This is something that when you put them on Apex accounts,
Order submitted.
If you open them from a template here, they tend to open with the last instrument that you had, so make sure my black gold is a CL, my cash cow is the RTY, and then obviously this is the NQ. Okay. And that one's dead, I think. Yeah. Okay. Whew. TDK, thank you. Good call out right there. Looks like the signal B's in here again. This one might have drifted back. It's at 250. I'll remove them when they, that one got busted. Looks like we did. We popped back in on the black gold strategy here. I guess we're going trying to get some recovery out of this one. Try to go back up. It had a nice run up too earlier, so maybe it'll get some of this back here. That's an awesome emoji. I like that one. Okay, let's kind of get our footing here again. Wanted to, you know what? It's getting to be time. I really slipped up this morning and got started way too late. But I like to trade the afternoon, so I'm starting to get my bearings for the afternoon here. Let's take a look at the markets and see where I'm heading. NQ looking at 18.3. Looks like it's spot that it's headed towards. It pushed up pretty good last night. Wow. Yeah, it hit 18.5 last night. Big buys yesterday too. I guess Nvidia was flying, so that might be pushing it. Looks like the drone's a good one to be playing this afternoon. Signal B. These are some nice long moves.
Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Let me get a little trade performance, and we'll do a little recap here of how the week went so far. Again, every machine's a little different, so there'll be a little bit of differences, I'm sure.
Order filled.
I usually take a look at them and then write down the top 5. So that's what I'll kind of do real quick, is try to write the top 5, and then we'll show them. So yeah, I'm just going through the strategies over here, and I'll bring it over in a minute. Just try to get to the top 5 or so.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I like to do a double check on my other PC too, to make sure that I'm not off base at all.
Order filled.
Okay, I think I got the top 5 here, at least some that really did well for us this week. So, and you guys can do this too. I'll show you how to do trade performance. It's really one of the best tools about this Ninja Trader platform that we have to work with. So let's kind of do a little recap of how to kind of look at your trade performance. And it's really best to do it on your own machine, because again, there are some differences when it takes trades and so forth and so on. So I'd say lag time, other things like that may affect trades or whatever. So to go into trade performance, you left click into new right here, then left click on this trade performance window. It then brings up the dashboard here of the trade performance, and here you can select this. This is kind of a little bit of a trick here. This little funnel looking icon here, filter. Click that little guy, and then it brings out the opportunity to go into all your different strategies to look at them. Just in my few minutes that I was just kind of peeking through here, it looks like for me on this machine, we tend to make sure we lock in the dates here and then hit generate. Yeah, today's the 12th. So through the 8th through the 12th, over here it looks like my signal BGC, like I was showing earlier, really, really made a heck of a run this week. Here, and then I usually go to analysis. I like to see what they, what they do per day. So it's up at $3,712. So that's the number one for me on this machine. So if I would have started that on Monday, and I put it on my Apex PA account, I would have been up $3,712 plus or minus. Again, the live accounts take almost the exact same trades. They don't necessarily take the exact same trades, but they take somewhat similar. So that's my number one. Number two is my ES 5-minute Signal B drone. So this one right here is at 1,874 for the week. And if I kind of look at the analysis, it's kind of right here. So this is one that and I did have it. I had to reset the computer today, but it should have stopped at $500 again today. So we have it stopping at 500, win or lose. Again, when you sort of restart a computer and disable and enable the strategy,
Order
again
filled.
it resets the limits for the day. So it made 2 winners today. It made 2 profit targets today, but it typically, so it should have really been 500 less here. So I guess it would have been 1,300 on your machines probably. So maybe it wouldn't be number 2 for you. Then for me, number 3 is the NQ. So here's one that will. This one's very similar to the Haymaker. NQ. It's really the Haymaker strategy. It's at $1,800 for the week. So this one's a version of the NQ, and I'll make this adjustment this week. This one, did better than the Haymaker. So making that small adjustment that I have in this one probably be beneficial. So we'll make that adjustment. The next one is ES 5-minute Signal B bot. So that one came in at 1,462 for the week. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's the top strategies, and then I've got this one down here. This one's the PA account that I did pretty good with this week. So on this one, let me look at per day. I haven't looked at it like this yet. Okay, so I've had a good run on this account this week. First day I made $1,500. Second day I made $920. Third day I made $440, and then yesterday made $1,100. So had a really good run on this PA account this week. And then wonder how far I started trading this one. I did 111 trades. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Made $400 on it. So it looks like I'm up at seven grand on it so far. All right. So what's going on out here? We kind of go around the horn of the winners today here on my computer, and we'll shut her down for the day. We've got a nice webinar that Rory's going to give later today. If you have time, at 1 o'clock, he'll show the system a little bit better than I did today, and show some of the results for probably the month, and more of the depth of the auto trader and its capabilities. So if you have time, jump on that webinar at 1 o'clock. Really appreciate you guys being patient with me today and hanging in there after the little audio slip up. And Brock, thanks again for getting me going. Everybody have a great weekend, and